Alright, this is a problem similar to the last problem we just did, but we're given some different information. We're going to look at this triangle with respect to this angle right here. Again, this is a right triangle, so Pythagorean's theorem will work. Also, SOHCAHTOA will work. SOHCAHTOA will work in every right triangle, and Pythagorean's theorem will work in every right triangle. So we're given that the hypotenuse is 13. And we're given that the adjacent side is 12. We know this is adjacent because it's right next to the angle that we're given. What we're not given is the opposite side. So this side over here, we don't know that one right yet. Okay, but with the given information, we can already find one of our trig functions, cosine. And I'm not going to put the reciprocal functions on this video. It just takes up a little bit more time and space, and hopefully you can see this a little better, I wrote a little bigger. But I hope by now you understand that reciprocal functions, once you find the regular functions, sine, cosine, and tangent, the reciprocal functions, you just have to flip them to get the reciprocal functions. Alright, so cosine is the one we can find right now. It's going to be the adjacent divided by the hypotenuse. So it's going to equal 12/13. So the cosine of this angle is adjacent divided by hypotenuse. Alright, but in order to get tangent and sine, we're going to need the opposite side, because sine has an opposite side and tangent has an opposite side in its answer. Well, how do we do that? We use Pythagorean's theorem. SOHCAHTOA and Pythagorean's theorem. I'll go way down here to the bottom. So opposite squared plus adjacent squared equals hypotenuse squared. We know the adjacent side. The adjacent is 12, hypotenuse is 13. So we can fill those two values in. The adjacent is 12, the hypotenuse is 13. Alright, we're looking for the opposite. 12 squared is 144. 13 squared is 169. So the opposite squared plus 144 should equal 169. If I subtract 144 from both sides, I get an opposite squared value of 25. And in the previous video, we saw that opposite squared, when it equals 25, we know opposite then equals 5. Now we can go and solve the other two functions. If opposite is 5, and our adjacent side, right, we have it up here, is 12, I just have to fill in 5/12. This would be your tangent of that angle. Here's your cosine of that angle. Lastly, we have an opposite side of 5, hypotenuse of 13. There's your sine of that angle. And again, like I said earlier, to get to the reciprocal functions, I'm just going to flip these. Right? Just going to flip them. I'm not going to do that, just it's already taken up enough room. But hopefully this helps. And again, like I said in the previous video, you're going to see this on the test, so make sure you know how to do something like this. Right? If I change the numbers, it's going to be a right triangle, so you're going to be able to use SOHCAHTOA and Pythagorean's theorem, and it's going to be your job to find the 6 trig functions associated with certain numbers. I hope this helps. Thanks for listening.